Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of ColdIron here on Dork Tales, the rootinest, tootinest, shootinest, Wild West-themed Dungeons & Dragons game that you have ever seen. At least I hope so. I am your Dungeon Master Kelly. Are you seeing him? And folks, we are headed back into ColdIron today with episode 21. That's right, 21. It's kind of funny because this is, in many ways, a sequel campaign to our Reign of Emeries campaign. Even though you don't have to watch that one to get this one, it is better if you do. Much like that Panic at the Disco song. But meanwhile, that episode or that season was like what, 25 episodes, 26, something like that. And now we're on 21, and the world's just so much more fleshed out. I love it. But I'm very excited to be
26.2. I think there's a part 1 and a part 2, so I think it's 27.
Interesting. Well, I'm very excited to be here because I got to do some cool stuff, and you guys ended up going to the town of Littletop, and I realized that that was one of the parts of the map I hadn't fleshed out. So guess who spent the last 2 days hyper-focusing on developing its culture and setting? That's right, it's this guy. But hey, I would just be, like a normal writer if I didn't have players to explain the setting to. So let's go ahead and meet them right now so that I can feel like I'm doing my job. Starting with Caitlan. Hey, Caitlan, how are you doing? Assuming that's Caitlan and not Chris behind the mask.
Whoa, how did you know?
Well, you did mention a honey badger. I don't think it's him. Never mind.
True.
Yeah. Anyway, hi.
I don't know. I don't get it. My brain's dead. Hi, I'm Caitlan. I use she, her pronouns, and so does Zoe, our Warforged Paladin, Oath of the Peacemaker, who is actually way more deadly come level 5. Holy shit.
Oh, just wait. Just wait. But you know who else is more...
I just feel like I got like a power boost with the extra attack and magic weapon.
Oh god. Yeah.
Yeah, I get that spell.
Hey, next to you, we've got the one and only Green Goblin. It's Robin, and the mask is talking to her.
Oh gosh, no. Hi, yes, my eyes will go awooga at some point.
What? I meant like the Green Goblin mask from like Spider-Man, but sure, we can go with that.
Oh, fair. I was thinking for some reason...
Somebody stop you.
Somebody stop me. I don't know why I was thinking of the green. I don't know. I'm tired.
I haven't watched The Mask in like
I'm
10
Robin.
years. Let's watch that.
Right. But yes, I'm Robin. I use she, her pronouns. And tonight I'm playing Trixxi Blastemoff, our hot goblin, because I love that song so much. Go check out our Dork Tales TikTok, because I just did TikTok for that. Our hot goblin inventor artificer gadgetsmith class, who also uses she, her pronouns. And right, second attack, I feel like I'm twice as deadly. And I got
do you get a second attack as well?
Spells. Hell yeah, I do.
Holy shit. All right.
Pew, pew.
Hey, you know who does also get a second attack? Or, well, will very soon, thanks to a pact. It's Christine. Actually, Christine already has like 4 attacks in real life. This is just her character.
Hello. And yes, actually, funny thought. Chris actually did threaten before you came back from your shower, and it was like just me and Robin on chat, that he could just replace Caitlan for this game. Nobody would ever know. It could be him or Caitlan.
If we had the voice modulator working correctly, like we tried in episode 1 and 2, like we really, we could have made that happen.
Yep.
Yeah.
Could have been anybody behind that mask then.
That's true. Could have been anyone.
That's true. It doesn't matter who's behind the mask. It's not what you do. It's not who you are. It's what you do.
And it was great though, because Orion said, "Good night, doggy."
Oh,
it was so cute.
Good.
Yeah, he said hi,
I pulled Teddy up so we could see him.
Oh,
and
I thought
he missed doggy.
I thought he misspecied you as a doggy.
No, no.
You're a dog.
No, he was very excited to see Teddy. No. Which is very different from how it used to be, where he was very, very scared of Teddy.
I know.
Well, to be fair, Teddy was.
Hot and
I guess
cold
actually
with dogs. Yeah.
Yeah, we need to get them to meet again, though. Now that they're pretty much the same energy level. Teddy's just sleeping on the couch right now, staring at me.
Yep. Now that they're older.
Christine.
But
who are you?
I'm Christine. I use she, her pronouns, and tonight I get to play Belle St. Clair, our Tabaxi Uxie Warlock. So our own homebrewed Tabaxi subclass, essentially.
It's true. And next to you, we have somebody who's not here tonight. Amy is under the weather. Amy, please feel better. Carrion is dealing with the fallout of dragon glitter farts. The most toxic thing in Elos. Following Taliina'a, anyway. I guess.
She is absolutely the most toxic thing in Elos. And playing her is someone... I honestly, I can't actually say that I'm super toxic.
I was about to say, it's Brittany, bitch.
It's Brittany, bitch. But either way, it's not Brittany, it's Katrina. But I do use she, her pronouns, as does Taliina'a. My Seraphim Aberrant Mind Sorcerer, who at level 5 now can actually fly, other than just, you know, at the end of the turn, she goes back down to the ground. Now she can actually just fly because dope.
Dope. All right, folks. So we're going to be starting game in just a minute. A couple of things before we do. First of all, a big thank you to our sponsor, Bookwyrm Games. You know who they are. You love them. I love them. Bookwyrm Games has been sponsoring us for 2 years now. They are presently at Winnipeg Fan Expo, if I'm not mistaken. They're in Winnipeg at the very least. So if you are in Winnipeg, if you are at this expo, please go see them. Hey, our friend Hayliz is also there too. Go say hi to Hayliz. Like, she's got a booth. But go to Bookwyrm Games. If you go up there in person, if you walk up to their booth and say, hello, Dorktales sent us. We would like to use code Dorktales. They will give you that discount, like in person. But if you need to use it online, like the majority of the world that doesn't live in Winnipeg, please use code Dorktales to save 15%. Quick note, because the situation with shipping to America is very... Yep, right now, that's not happening. So if you're in the US, I'm very sorry, it will not apply to you, but you can still support us by going to some of the other people that sponsor us, like Bones Coffee, where I get a portion of your sale and you save 10%. So go to Bones Coffee, use code Dorktales, which I'm drinking Bones Coffee right now. So the horchata flavor, but Bookwyrm Games has a bunch of amazing things happening in the near future, one of which I do have to tell you right now. Robin, can you pop that link in the chat? Because, hey, you know how I've been threatening that we're getting dice for a year? We finally are. The Dorktales branded dice, including the Elos dice set, is going to be going live in like 34 days, something like that. Like, it's not... Honestly, it's sooner than I was expecting, because I have a bunch of digital bonuses for signing up that I need to work on. So if you would like to, please click the backer kit link below. It's going to be in our chat right now if you're watching on Twitch. Later, it is going to be down below, and you can sign up to be notified. We're going through backer kit because that means that as a small business, right? Because like Dorktales is basically me and my friends, and Bookwyrm Games is a small but very big-hearted business. Backer kit allows us to not have the risk that a lot of companies normally would when they're doing large production runs like this. So we only have to produce what we have people interested in, maybe a little bit more when we have that as seed capital. So that means that you help us decide what dice get made. Plus, you get a bunch of extra bonuses. We are looking at what type of digital bonuses we can offer, everything from like little mini adventures to other classes and races and all sorts of D&D stuff, as well as maybe some World of Darkness content. So it is going to be absolutely fantastic, and I'm really excited for that. I see that our sponsor is in the chat. Mike, good to see you there, Michael. I hope you're doing well. I know that Winnipeg is very cold this time of year. I hope you're staying warm and that you have had a good day. You're probably wrapped at the con right now, so go relax. Have a drink and chill. Come and watch some ColdIron. Thank you, Bookwyrm Games. Use code Dorktales to save 15% on your order. And with that, does anybody have any questions, comments, or concerns before we begin? I love it. Good. All right, so folks, we are going to be starting right about now. I did also want to say that there's one final announcement that I need to make, and that is actually two little baby announcements. The first is that there is a major announcement right now over on our Patreon for anybody. If you're a member, if you're not a member, go check it out. It's cool, but I'm not going to mention it out loud because it is a Patreon bonus to get that advance notice. I would also say that if you would like to, please sign up for Patreon for free, because I use it as a newsletter, basically. Similar to our Discord, it's a good way for me to keep in touch with you and tell you when new projects, new shows are coming out. For example, we have the new Scarredlands game that Travis Legg is running during the week is up now on YouTube, and it is a lot of fun. It's helping promote his Kickstarter, and we have another little short run, I think like a one-shot that's going to be coming in the next couple of weeks. I think it's scheduled for early November because our good friend Tasha has put out a game on Kickstarter as well, and I want to be a witch. But also, what I want to say is that we are a scant 2 weeks away from Extra Life, which is our charity fundraiser event where we take $0 and, in fact, raise all of our money for the Children's Miracle Network. So every dollar that we raise through donations during that period goes straight to the Children's Miracle Network through Extra Life. It is a fantastic fundraiser. So if you have the chance to come and visit us on November 7th, 8th, or 9th. That is Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We are going to be running from 8 a.m. Pacific on every day until 1 a.m., and then I think 10 p.m. on Sunday, because a lot of us have to work on Monday. So we're running 14 different games over the weekend with like 34 people that I pulled across the internet. Kat is running her first game ever, and it's going to be nerdy as shit, and now I'm in it, and I really feel like I'm going to have to be like a very Tulloch kind of character. I feel like I'm going to have to, I'm going to have to Kratos this up. But come and spend some time with us. You're even going to see a lot of World of Darkness content, some really weird D&D games, and you get to see like our sponsor from Bookwyrm Games is going to play a game or two. So it's going to be a lot of fun, and it's going to be great. Look forward to seeing you there as we raise money for kids. Even if you can't afford to donate, which they are tax deductible in North America, by the way. Even if you can't afford to donate, even just having you in the chat helps more people find us because it raises our profile. So thank you so much to everybody who is interested in coming out or just wants to come see the games. I'll try to get them posted this year on YouTube so you can actually watch them. Besides that, anybody have any questions, comments, or concerns? Perfect. Then in that case, I think it's time that we head into ColdIron here on Dork Tales. So, last time on ColdIron, you found out that a group of rot beetles, a couple of swarms of them, had infiltrated your food stocks. Rot beetles are notoriously bad for food, given that they release a gas and a bit of an acidic spray that rots anything it touches. They made short work of your food supplies. Well, at least about half of them. The half that are going toward your sarn appear to be at least stable enough. However, without any food, you were forced to go and try to beg some off of nearby farmsteads. That didn't work out particularly well because the farmstead you went to appears to have been infected by some sort of strange malady, parasite, side effect of ColdIron? Who knows? What is known is that the mother and father of this farmstead were corrupted and transformed into strange monstrosities before the overmind in the body of their family cow came and attacked you as well. Through a pitched battle, you were able to overcome them and rescue their small son, who you took under your care. That son's name, of course, is Aris Tosher. You are looking for his uncle Linton in the town of Littletop. Littletop is a hill town that is located along the eastern expanse of the Cauldron. You're going to have to double back to the south a bit to get there, but it's going to be a little bit of a better trek from there because from there you'll be able to follow a river north, which means you'll at the very least have water. And with that, you are riding off into the night and making your way toward Littletop, which is where we're going to be picking up our game today, as you make your way across the plains, veering ever further from your intended destination of Stark Springs, but perhaps toward where you're meant to be. And with that, are you ready, kids?
Aye, DM.
You do DM.
It's true.
It's really true. All right, so let's go ahead into it. The tin turtle rolls across the dusty terrain. But before long, as the days tick by, we find ourselves, the 5 of you, as well as Huxley, Theron, and now Aris, crammed into the tin turtle. There is, of course, your 2 animal companions, Havoc and Wixie. The old girl pulls the tin turtle across the plains, making your way ever eastward. It's a rocky, rickety, rough ride for a lot of it. This area of the inside of the cauldron is not particularly good for wheels, let's say. Which is why, on sore asses, it is a sudden relief when on the morning of the 2nd day, you awaken to the feeling of a road beneath your ass. Glancing out the window, you are going to see that you have joined up with one of the north-facing roads, heading slightly south on it toward the edge of the cauldron. Now, they call it the cauldron because it is, for all intents and purposes, a giant vessel, a giant bowl. Sharp, craggy, fang-like mountains surround the entire continent, making it absolutely impassable for all but the most daring of species. Even flying creatures have trouble due to the upticks of air pressure, wind, and storms that seem to cling around the teeth of those mountains. It's the first time that you felt this close to the edge of the rest of the world since you entered the cauldron at Prospect. And for those of you like Tally, in fact, for Tally, who was raised here, I should say, this is the most mountain that you've ever seen. The area around you is arid, but is growing more and more green as the smell of water and vegetation flows in. You can see small hamlets dotting the horizon in the distance, and there, beyond it, you can see the undulating rise and fall of foothills leading up into the mountains proper. Now, not all of the cauldron has foothills, but it is there, in the distance, that you can see a large, flat-topped mountain with a surprisingly old-looking settlement on top of it, shaped out of stone. You'll reach it by probably afternoon at this point. And it's there in the distance that you see this lush greenery start to flow around you. You can hear the sound of animals at the farmsteads as you roll through them. You can see that there are fields of vegetation here, similar to the type that you saw in Burden, but here, well, I would say that they're different than anything that Tally has ever seen before. And for those of you who are not from arid areas, I would say that were Amy here tonight, Carrion would absolutely know what she was looking at. But you are seeing along these dry, slightly green rolling hills, vines. Rows and rows of grapevines. The grapes that you're looking at are small, not too much larger than the tip of your thumb. Well, the last knuckle of your thumb, I would say. Not table grape sized, much smaller. And wandering through them, you see a number of humans, but a surprising number of dwarves, making their way up and down the rows of vines, hand clipping with pairs of large curved bladed shears. As you are making your way through, passing various merchant vessels, you get a look at some of these. These grapes are, like I said, they're small, but they are a bright, brilliant, purpley blue. And they are almost entirely coated with a gloss of sharp white bloom that almost looks like they were dipped in yogurt. Slightly translucent. This powdery residue wipes off on everything that they touch, including the dwarves that work up and down the rows. As you're making your way along, you're going to see that there are little processing huts. Largely quickly built structures based on a bit of brick and stonework at the base. And you can see that these dwarves are wearing these strange outfits. They look like they're almost like beekeepers. And as they are clipping through, can I get a perception roll off of anybody who would be interested in this type of thing? I'm going to give Zoe... Oh, yeah, okay. Are you? Okay.
A Trixxi would be, yeah, like
All right.
new technology and stuff like that.
Perception.
Yep. And I will give
11.
Zoe advantage because this is the type of thing that, like, Zoe's the mom that pulls over at tourist attractions and things and is like, oh, look, we learned how to churn butter.
100%. Oh, yeah, 100%.
But, and like Belle's a bit of a farm girl overall,
Sure.
so
Yeah, absolutely.
she's gonna kind of look and just be like, huh, how are they doing that?
It's really strange because so like where you grew up in Wildhaven, there were a lot more like tree fruit. There were some like cherries and things, but it was largely like you had a lot of berry bushes, and you had a lot of like apples and pears and things like that in southern Telusia. But cidery and cider making, it's still very similar. It's a cousin to this art, so this is something that you would probably be well accustomed to. Anybody who... So, actually, you know what I'll ask for? You can either make me a perception roll or a nature roll. Whichever you would prefer. So if...
My nature would be worse, so it's just an 11.
Okay, sounds good. So, with an 11, so you are not really noticing anything, Tally, but as they are going through, you're watching these dwarves taking these immense horsehair paintbrushes. The type that you would use to like paint a wall almost. But they're these long, soft brushes, but with a lot of texture to them. And they're taking these bunches of grapes that they have strung up almost like they are like drying herbs. And they are brushing off this substance. Now, is anybody here proficient in brewer's tools?
Alchemist supplies?
Alchemist supplies? I'll give it to you. Anybody else who wants to can make me just a knowledge nature or I guess if you don't have brewer's tools proficiency. But knowledge nature would work for me real quick just to see whether or not you know what they're doing. 8. All right. You're just not caring.
No, apparently not.
Okay. So,
Man, I rolled a 10. Woof.
a 10. So, what you're going to be seeing is that they are taking time and they are brushing off this coating that's on them. Now, with that, looking at the rolls, I'm seeing that I have a 13 from Zoe and a 19 from Belle. Now, this is very, very good. So, Zoe, what you would know is that this is grape bloom. It is a type of waxy, kind of chalky substance that clings to certain varietals of grapes. Now, usually not nearly this thick. This is thick with like 3 C's, the amount of coating on here. It is particularly good like in very dry, dusty environments. But yeah, it looks like they're cleaning it off. It adds kind of it adds a very distinct taste, and a lot of people don't like particularly bloomy grapes for their wine. Some people really do like it. Belle, looking at this, you can see you actually will have known about this. This is a type of grape, well, a type of grape bloom specifically called dust bloom. Now, dust bloom, this area around here is very arid, as I've said the word arid about 50 times since we started here. And it looks like this area might be prone to some type of dust storm. Whatever this natural type of grape that is grown here has developed an external shell of bloom that is far thicker than anything else, but has made them incredibly resistant to dust storms. Looking at this, what's really interesting about this is because a lot of other types of fruit have protective coatings that they grow. To be fair, bloom kind of grows itself sometimes because of the yeast content naturally in it, as far as I understand. Yes, I did research. But they're not just keeping the grapes. In fact, looking at the dwarves that are working, they seem far more interested in preserving the bloom than the grapes.
I wonder if it's a drug.
And with that, you are going to be able to make your way toward the city proper, moving along flagstone roads and making your way up into the city proper. Now, around you, you're going to notice a couple of other things before I stop pontificating. There is an immense winding river, nearly half a mile wide at certain places, but does trim down significantly. What you're going to notice is that there are quite a few bridges, stone bridges, that stretch over its expanse. And from this bridge, it looks like they have taken old grapevines, stripped them down, and have woven them into ropes. Or less ropes, but more almost like a cage that they have woven coverings on, creating immense tunnels to cover the waterways that directly feed into the town itself. The last thing that you will notice as you are pulling up to the city is that you are right up against the mountain. In fact, the mountainside from here is less than a kilometer away. And along the hillside here, you are going to see that it is pockmarked with dozens and dozens and dozens of holes that look like balconies, as if the dwarven settlement here has burrowed into the side of Littletop proper, and almost like an anthill, have carved out the belly of this. And with that, you are going to ride into town proper. And as you do, there is going to be a lovely atmosphere in the air. Now, when you picture this, I want you to kind of picture the entire area, the architecture being very, very Tuscan in many ways. We're talking stonework everywhere. Some of it shaped, some of it natural, some of it poured. Regardless, the cauldron has only been populated for a little over 100 years now. And yet, the stonework here feels old. The geometry is very dwarven, but there are human influence as well. You can see that the top of Littletop probably holds, I would say, maybe 1,000 people. But you can see that there appears to be various stone walkways around the very outside of the town proper that lead down into the side of the hill. How many people this actually holds? Could be twice that many, 3 times that many. And as you roll into town, there is a buzz in the air. And it is there that as you pull up to the front gate, that there is going to be a flapping of wings overhead as a large eagle-headed man lands next to the town guards and has a loud conversation with them as you are rolling forward. Just got the report in, he says, kind of with a slyness in his voice. We're definitely a go for tonight. It's, I would say, checking the meteorological reports, 9th bell at the latest. Definitely call everybody inside by then. Pass it on to your supervisor. I'm gonna go see if I could talk to the captain directly. And, suck in your gut, man. You're supposed to be a soldier. The Aarakocra flaps his wings and flies off toward the towers in the distance. Sure enough, that human, a portly man who looks like a dwarf that's been pulled to human size by a rack, sucks in his gut, and will take that moment to actually act like he's doing his job, wandering up toward the tin turtle as it rolls forward. I almost said tortoise because of you guys. The tin turtle as it rolls forward, and is going to hold up a hand. Whoa there! You got a place you're gonna be keeping that Saturn? Yes, sir. We're gonna hopefully be getting a room for one of your fine stables or establishments here. You guys got coin? This is a village of trade, and I hope that you are here to not cause trouble.
Tally's gonna poke her head out the whole top of her body out of the window and be like, I mean, how much coin are we talking about? As she,
In your ear, you're going to hear Theron say,
Trouble.
how much trouble are we talking about?
Yeah.
she's
Yeah.
yeah. How much coin are we talking about? Hmm?
We're also here to we're here to reunite a family member. We're looking for oh my god, brain. The Toshare family?
Toshare? Let's see if he actually knows anything. Now, he has very slate-colored eyes, and they muddle with confusion atop of his bulbous nose for a minute. He wrinkles his unibrow in confusion, and then... Oh, Toshare! You're talking about Linton.
Yeah, that's it.
Alright, well, Linton is... You're gonna want to head that way. So he'll probably be setting up for the festival that's tonight. He should be in the town square. Oh yeah, tonight is the Hillfire festival.
That sounds intriguing. Zoe's gonna pop
what
her
is
head out.
that?
What happens?
We're
at
all
that?
just slowly poking out of the carriage. It's great.
How many folks are in? The Hillfire Festival is it's a festival put on by the followers of Gren and Basir for various purposes and intents that it celebrates the time that Littletop burned down.
Celebrates or commemorates.
Well, I mean, yeah, that one. But also it's we celebrate at the time of the year where the sky falls.
The sky
the
falls.
sky.
Well, yeah. I don't know. It's the little The stuff falls from the sky around here a couple times a year. You know, the
Like snow?
Medias?
yeah, I think that's the word. Asteroids. Yeah, hemorrhoids fall from the sky, and I guess they're pretty meaty.
I have some. If you got some, I have some cream for that if you need.
I was gonna say that too.
Both of you just hold a jar of Preparation G out.
Yeah.
It's not quite as good as Preparation H. That's the next one.
But that's what we can get around here.
Yeah.
You take what you can get.
Mhm.
Preparation G for Goblin.
Yeah.
All right, so he's going to kind of look at you confused. Well, I'm sure that if you're going to go see Linton, he could explain more. I didn't do too well in elementary school, so I can't really
Wait, is
explain.
that all the teaching that you folks have around here?
It's not all the teaching, but it is some of the teaching.
Well, I never even went to elementary school, so take that as
What's
you will.
elementary school?
Well,
Trixxi has
y'all.
the I'm surrounded by idiots face. The scar. I'm surrounded by idiots.
Don't look at me, Theron says. I went to the Elven Intelligence Academy.
That
Top
seems quite
marks.
mysterious. Mm.
Yes. And Aris will kind of pipe up and say, I know my numbers and my letters. In both common and dwarven.
Oh, and Dwarven. Trixie's gonna just start counting up in Dwarven.
You get a funny accent, and I like the way my mom did. It's
I mean, I learned my base. I learned stuff at the orphanage, but I didn't go to like school. They kind of had school like in the orphanage, and then everything else I learned from, you know.
you folks can get in there if you seem like you're
Perfect.
legitimate.
Absolutely, we are.
I mean, if you looked on the side, you could see that we have the seal of the Conductors Guild, so we should be allowed to go wherever we want, really, Huxley will say. Oh, sorry, yeah, that does seem like something that I should have checked if,
What's your name, sir?
Me, Gwendol? What's your name?
Me?
Well, you asked my name.
Oh, that's fair. I thought you just looked like sounded like you were about to say something else. So I was waiting for you. You sound like you were just like mid-sentence there and you kind of just trailed off.
I get
I'm
that a
Trixxi.
lot. Oh, yeah, you are. All right, head in. He's gonna just sheepishly step to the side and allow you guys to wander in. Now, as you head in, your driver is going to slide the compartment open so that he can talk to you and say, so, I'm going to get the old girl to a stable. In the meanwhile, where do you want me to go? Do you want me to take you straight to the town square so that you can reunite this kiddo? Or do you want to... I've only been here a couple of times, but if it's
We
the...
should definitely bring this child to his uncle. 100%.
I agree.
That's
We tend
probably
to
a good
get
idea.
trouble. I'm honestly surprised we didn't get into more trouble the past 2 days. So I would
Hmm.
like to get this child to his
Out,
guardian.
get this child out of our responsibility zone.
Well, I suppose I could do that directly. I'll drop you off there, and then there's a place that I'll probably be staying, or getting a place for us at. The Bronze Bellows. It's a good place. You could head there if you want to get a drink, but probably wouldn't be the best place to go and stay now, would it? Maybe
Does it have a poor reputation?
Well, you kind of want to... I know. You meet me at the Undermountain.
Okay, where's the Undermountain? Can you tell us, show us as we're driving by?
All right, fine. I'll just meet you at the Bronze Bellows. We can grab a drink, and then I'll stumble you to your room, okay?
That would work.
Besides, I could definitely use a drink after the last couple of days we've had. In the meanwhile, go shop, do whatever you need. This place is not particularly crime-ridden, considering. But, do be careful. A lot of dwarves here, and you know how they are.
No.
I don't know
Actually, I
how
do
they are.
know. Actually, I would know. I would know. Just kidding. One of my best friends is a dwarf. What would I know about dwarves?
They're pretty serious when it comes to things like theft. So they're definitely the type that, like, they're not gonna, like, cut off your hand, but they might break your knuckles if you steal from them. They're definitely the type that'll kick your ass.
Yeah, dwarves are just, they take settling their own business very seriously. So if you steal from them, they're not afraid to punch you in the face for it.
Oh, and don't, if they've got a lot of dwarven food establishments here, don't try to get into that whole, like, oh, I bet I can handle more spicy food than you. Odds are you can't. They're resistant to poison for a reason.
That's valid, but so am I.
All right, well, then get to it then.
Oh, I don't need to, but I just thought I'd mention.
I'm okay. I read this book from Manchos to get stronger, so maybe I do need to find like some spice to like harden my constitution.
Just don't go too much too fast, or your stomach will have a very, very bad time.
And as you say that, you are going to be able to make it into the village square proper. Now, the main village square here is a large kind of... You're not going to be able to make it quite directly in there because it is one of the higher peaks of Littletop. There are stairs that lead up, kind of like into an agora. And you can see that there are various like tiered hilltop bits. The hill of Littletop is kind of like a multi-tiered crown. Like it's a very lumpy shape that's been kind of flattened off for use, but is still, there are various rises and falls to it. And there are about 100 people here preparing some type of festival. They are hanging all sorts of different banners. They are preparing various tables with everything from for basically like refreshment stands to you think you see a kissing booth of all things. But there are a lot of people here. And a lot of the people that are doing the organizing, people that are setting up various merchant stalls and things like that, are wearing the 8-spoked wheel of Gren, the god of the forge, dwarves, and mercantilism, or commerce in general. Many of the others, and even some of the dwarves, are wearing the amphora of Basir, goddess of parties, goddess of wine, of celebration. It's a good working relationship between those two. And a number of them are out and working. What do you do? He pulls over.
We've got ambitions, so Zoe's trying to not get distracted and just be like,
Yeah.
who maybe has a family resemblance to this boatman? Or we could just ask for Lipton.
Yeah.
My brain keeps thinking Lipton. Sorry.
Lipton.
Right, I think Lipton.
Lipton iced tea.
Yeah.
Oh, see, I'm thinking Litten as in the Pokemon.
When I hear Lytton, I just think of the former town.
Linton.
same.
Oh, wait, this still exists.
Oh, Linton.
Linton.
Okay.
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 A little easier now? There we go.
Yeah.
A little easier, yeah.
Thank you.
All right, no worries. Okay, so I'll meet you at the Bronze Bellows later. Try not to get into too much trouble. Do you want me to take Theron with me?
That
I
might be a
think
good
this is
idea.
his scene.
Problem.
He
Can you
was
keep him
speaking
out of
about
trouble?
festivals before. He
I'm
quite
sh-
likes festivals.
I'm sure he's fine with us.
Are you going to be okay taking the kid? Because I could probably stand to get a drink and wet my whistle at this point, Carrion is going to say.
We can take the kid.
Okay, good. I'll make sure that nothing happens to Huxley.
Perfect.
Yeah, also, maybe see if you can find a vet or something, like... I'm surprised we all didn't get
I'm working on
resistance to
it.
poison after that past 2 days.
True.
That's why
even
I
for me,
don't
it
really
was
want to
quite
bring Havoc into the festival. I'm not
a
sure what
moment.
he will eat.
Oh, that's fair. We can always bring him some treats afterwards.
Sure.
Good treats,
right.
not fairies.
Well, onward, Huxley.
Pixie?
And you are let out, the 5 of you, with Aris. Now what?
Oh, yes, you can just show us which one is your uncle.
Yeah, do you know where your uncle's house is? Or do you know what your uncle... I mean, you know what you've seen your uncle recently, right?
Yeah, last time we were here, he's about, he starts doing some vague descriptions, saying about as tall as him, about as, he's got a hairy chest, and he's got
Do you know what he does for work?
he helps out with the church.
Oh, great!
Oh.
So we can start at the church there. Which church?
Oh,
Kelly,
yeah.
the spell detect thoughts.
Yes. What about it?
Could I pull like mental imagery out of that?
Sure. Yeah. Go ahead and give it a try.
So before I do, I'm gonna lay down to Iris and be like, "Hey, so you can't remember exactly what your uncle looks like to describe him, right?"
I'm just not good at describing things. I mean,
So
he looks like my
do you mind
uncle.
if I take a look into your thoughts so I can know what he looks like?
Wow, Tally's asking permission.
Will it
This
hurt?
is growth.
This
It
is,
won't hurt, I promise.
Change.
Okay.
Okay. All you need to do is just relax, okay?
How do I do that? How do I he's gonna
Just
relax
think
by
about
shutting his
think
eyes as
about
hard as he can.
what your uncle looks like, okay?
Okay.
And she is going to detect thoughts. And she's going to probe his brain.
Perfect. It's pretty easy to probe, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
He is a 7 or 8 year old boy.
Yeah.
There's not much there.
So she's gonna see if she can pull in like an image of the uncle or what church he goes to, he's at, or something that she can use to identify this man.
Sounds good. You are going to get a mental image, and I'm going to send you a mock-up. Do me a favor. Nobody else click this link.
I don't want to keep the link, Kelly. Damn it.
So you are going to
So-
pull that image from his head.
Wow, that's can she find like any like holy symbols or anything at
Yeah.
all?
Yeah, he's got a brooch that has an amphora on it.
Okay. Hey, that I can use. Oh my god, that's way too funny. Okay, well, that wasn't the most useful experience of my life.
Did you
I
get
think
an
we're
image?
looking for the Church of Basir, though.
Oh, excellent.
So as you, if you want to, I would say probably head up into the festival area.
Yeah,
They'll probably have a booth.
probably.
Well, because
Um,
if it's put on by the followers of the seer, perhaps they will be like, tithe or
Yeah, we can
some
probably
sort of
ask.
offering for her.
Well, they've seen
Them?
him recently.
Well, exactly. And I mean,
Ooh,
you know, I don't have to ask their permission
All right.
because they're not
So-
a
We're
child.
working on it. Well, you know what? At least she's getting some standards.
mm,
I have never, ever hurt a child. Ever. Just putting that out there.
So, where are you headed?
Church of Basir with a
All right.
child.
Okay,
Starting to head
so
towards the festival area? Is that where the church would be?
there are definitely some tents that have her symbol on it up there.
All right, let's go up there.
Let's
Let's go see
do it.
that.
Okay. Also, it's a good place to look from a vantage point. So, heading up the stairs, you are going to head into the area proper, and I would really like it if Tally could make me a perception roll. Or an investigation roll. Your call.
You got it. Let me see which one's better. Oh, look, they're the exact same.
Cool. Make me both then, as one roll.
Oh, natural 20, baby! Or the Stargate.
hell yeah.
Oh!
Alright. So, you are going
Get it, girl.
to take a step up, and there, of course, are the bustling and surging of people around setting up for the festival here. And as you step up, you are going to immediately hear a voice. All right, everyone, that sounds great. Go ahead and move that tankard over there. I want to see that. Yeah, that's right. Those. Can we get those over by the refreshment stand? We're going to need to get as many barrels of wine out as possible. Hey, be careful with those. Those are flammable. You don't want to get them that close to the... There you go. Good boy. And everybody, you can click that second link right now as you see a man in front of you, kind of guiding around, working between the various festival goers. He is a tall human man with kind of very deeply olive tanned skin, brown hair that cascades down around his shoulders, kind of in like a mullet almost. Giant macho beard, pecs that look like someone stuffed like pillows under his skin. Like we're talking big pillowy pecs. A bristly, just copse of chest hair that billows out of a toga that barely clings around his broad chest and is tied off at his waist, so much so that anybody who is under 4 feet tall is definitely going to know whether or not he wears anything under his toga very soon. Yeah,
Yes.
basically, he looks like Zeus from the Disney's Hercules in many ways, and has a tattoo along his arm that is very much like a flowing grapevine that goes all the way up from his wrist. It's a full sleeve of grapevines.
Hot.
Tally's just gonna go, holy crap, it was real. My god. Anyway. Wow. Anyways. She's gonna walk up to this man. Are you Linton Tasher?
I've been known to be from time to time, young lady. How can I help? Let me guess. Hold 1 minute. Try this. He's going to reach off of one of the nearby tables, hold up a small clay cup of wine. With your complexion, I'm thinking, let's see, what are you, part elven? No.
I don't actually know.
Then let's go with safe. He's going to put that back down, pull up a glass of a very, like, almost translucent wine, and hands it to you.
She's going to accept it, and then as she, just before she drinks it down, she's going to step to the side and show the child and be like,
Can we go somewhere to talk?
What are you... Aris, what are you doing here, little man?
there's a story here, probably best for not the
We-
public area.
Yeah,
Where are mom and dad?
That's story.
That's the thing.
Yes.
Congratulations!
Maybe not quite that way, Trixxi.
Well, my nephew's a little young for any type of imbibement. I do have some grape juice for you, though. Okay, hold on. Can I? Yeah, you know what I'm asking for. All right, good. Sorry. Yeah, I can.
We need
I
to
can,
do some. Yeah, so we're not here to discuss this.
Sure. Brenda, can you take over? A gnome will be like, Roger. And we'll start directing traffic and, like, getting things set up. It is like this little, you see this little, like, powder keg of a red-haired gnome. Bright purple eyes is walking around. One boob completely out. A pin of the seer on the other. She got her party tit. She got her calm tit, and is directing traffic and saying, "All right, everybody, I need that over there. I need to go ahead and hey, be very careful. We need to make sure that the Rune Drazir is going to be able to be served chilled. You know that it tastes like ass if it's warm." And Linton will say, "Oh, all right. What can I do for you?"
So
There's an organizational tent over here. Come on over.
Perfect.
So
I'm gonna let one of them talk about this.
So there's no easy way to say it. I'm sorry, but your brother and sister are not in the living anymore.
You can tell by the look over his brow that this is the first time that he's connected the dots of why you are delivering his nephew to him.
So Christine knows what happened. Do the rest of them know that it was like? Did Belle recognize what it was? Did anybody recognize? Because it sounded like this was a bit more of a common thing, but could be treated if it was caught. But if it wasn't, then it was terrible.
Yeah,
Like,
basically.
behind the scenes.
I think so. I think you would have
Okay,
had
so
this
we kind of-
conversation.
We know what happened, essentially, and we can.
It's more of a
Yeah.
rumor of something that does happen in the wild, but yeah, you know that it does have its.
And
What,
Trixxi
it's like rabies. If it's gone too far, there's no cure.
Trixxi would have had brought off the wagon all the like supplies and like money that they found from
So
his stuff.
Oh yeah,
We were
Tally's gonna
looking
pull
for-
the coin purse and everything out of her bag.
for homesteads to trade with, and we got there in time to discover that. Well, that rumor sounds awful true. We were able to save your nephew, but unfortunately, it was too late. For the others, we've brought their things so that he could have them, and so that you have support for him. But all he could tell us was your name.
Let's see.
And he isn't
So-
showing any signs of the illness, right?
Yeah, he
He
was
is-
a
he
was
is
a smart
not.
kid and didn't
Okay.
drink
He
any of the water from the well. Don't.
He refused.
I see. He's going to collapse into a chair. Now, the chairs here are basically just like almost like those directorial canvas folding chairs, and the damn thing almost shatters under his girth.
I apologize that it had to be during this time that we let you know. We had no idea that there was a festival going on, but we figured this matter could not wait. We are not equipped to, raise a child.
And we figured
No, hey,
family.
of course. Hey, buddy. I'm sorry I haven't been around much recently, but I promise, I've got a spare bed, and there's lots of great kids in Littletop. A lot of people for you to play with. And everything's gonna be fine. I'm sorry you had to go through that, buddy. Aris nods, and you can see that Linton has completely compartmentalized for the moment. The glassiness behind his eyes blinks away a bit. And any of you who know, he's probably a few, several cups into the night already, even during organization. And there's that slight, quick gloss over his eyes and an immediate sobering. He's going to step forward, and the smell of a big sweaty guy is going to fill the tent, because that is what he is. He's going to squat down next to his nephew and scoop him up like a baby. I'm glad you're safe. Thank you for bringing him by. Look, I'm just a lay person. I can't promise anything, but if there's anything I can do to help you with your journey, just let me know, okay? I have friends in the church. If you need any healing, if you need just a good time, I
Thank you. I think we're probably good for now, but if you don't mind if we have a question later, we'll look for you.
Yeah, did you, Trixxi kind of... I remember, oh my god, I'm trying to the kid's name.
Aris.
Aris. Aris. I know, Aris, you were talking about that candy store before. Did you want to show us that? And then we can drop you back off to your uncle if your uncle needs some, just to quickly like make sure that his duties are cared. / Trixie's like and compartmentalize and deal with that emotions. She's kind of looking to the uncle for being like, "Do you want us to take him for a little bit more?"
He's going to shake his head. Maybe a bit later. I should probably get him back and get him settled. My place isn't too far away.
We also have all of this for you. The homestead, we bought it off the wall. It's very poisoned. But maybe you can sell it or something.
And then Tally's gonna pull out the coin purse and be like, "This is everything that his parents had tucked away. Thought you could probably use it."
Thank you. You said the well was bad?
Yeah, it was poisoned. Well, not poison. It was just poison.
I'm gonna get him.
Yes, we covered and marked it, so hopefully nobody else will fall victim.
Yeah. They wrote me and asked if I could come down, spare the time to help them dig it.
There's no point in thinking along those lines. It's just
Oh, they also had this. She's gonna reach into her pocket. They also had this locket in the little floor safe as well, and she's gonna pull out the locket by the chain.
Thank you. Look, I don't really have much to do with any of the trade goods or anything like that. I could take the coin and put it toward making sure that he gets a good education, and I'll take that. Something for him to remember. But it's already asleep. He looks over at his shoulder, and sure enough, Aris is just sagged against his bulk.
It's been a exhausting few days for that kid.
If the trade goods are going to help you in the rest of your journey, go ahead and take them. They're no good to me. I'm a city boy. God. All right, I'm going to get him settled in. If there's anything else I can do for you, just let me know. Do you have a place to stay already? I imagine that everything's starting to get a bit booked up, but if it is, use my name if you're trying to book a place, and they'll make space for you. You definitely don't want to be out during Fire Night.
Yeah, we were
What's Fire
suggested
Night?
the Undermountain.
Undermountain's a good place. There are plenty of signs for it, but it's a hotel that's down in the belly of the hill. A good one. They've got a good swimming pool. And,
We are traveling with the Conductors Guild, so I believe
good.
Huxley was going to.
Huxley, the fox guy?
Yes. Is that just one?
I've gone drinking with him before. Funny guy.
So, just real quick, none of us have been here before. What is Fire Night?
Yeah.
And why do we need to be indoors?
So, the cauldron's got a weird pull. It's one of the reasons that even some of the Aarakocra that we have working the meteorological stations can't fly over the mountains. There's something about the mountain range that pulls down bits of the broken moon. Doesn't happen too often, but once, maybe twice a year, we get a meteor storm. Back when this place, when it was more lived in by humans, and the dwarves mostly stayed inside of the old mines, it burned the settlement down. It's why a lot of the dwarves moved out of the mines and started taking a larger stake in the city, not town. It's absolutely gorgeous, but you want to be indoors when they actually touch down. It also means that it's going to kick up quite a dust storm. And that's the big one. It's not so much you have to worry about getting hit by meteors anymore, but it does kick up a lot of dust.
Is it the kind of thing that we should avoid traveling through?
You're going to be here for a couple of days.
Okay.
But it's a good time. Most of the big buildings inside of the city are connected by tunnels. So you're going to be able to go and enjoy yourselves. There's lots of food and drink. I'm in charge of the festival above ground, and the actual party goes on tomorrow underground.
Understandable.
It's basically a time where everybody gets locked away and has to have some fun.
Fair enough.
I actually do have a question for you
Yes.
before we part ways. If I were to look for some potions of health or something of the sort, where would I go for that?
I would say the Temple of Basir would be a great way to do that, but they're probably going to be out setting up for the festival. If you were looking for some temples of health, for some potions of health, I would say, honestly, the Temple of Gran. They've got a couple of, it's not really a temple so much as they've got stalls all throughout the city. Just look for the spoked wheel. They never take a day off. Even during festival days, they're out there trying to hawk wares. They'll be able to sell you some, and they won't make a deal with you, but they won't overcharge you.
That's very fair.
If you, go to the one at Crossroad and Ash. That street has a little temple, a little stand. Has a dwarf working there. The cleric's named Belfazia. She'll be able to take care of you. She's got good wares and she's trustworthy. Maybe don't mention me though.
All right, understood.
Or if I come out, say that I'm sorry about Rurik. I didn't know. We had a bad run-in. I didn't realize that there was a miscommunication about the length of a divorce.
Ah.
Or
All right,
separation.
I will not pry.
It was a wild night. Anyway, hopefully I'll see you underground tomorrow. In the meanwhile, enjoy yourselves. It's going to be a lovely night tonight, and hopefully I'll be able to cheer him up by tomorrow. Listen to me. Cheer him up by tomorrow. He's lost his.
I'm sure you'll make the best of the awful situation.
You take care, all right?
We'll see you later, Linton.
I hope we do. Truly.
You will. I'm pretty easy to spot. Especially with all the dwarves around.
Yeah, you certainly are. That's for sure.
I mean, it's no point in eating lots of carbs if you've got to be half naked to hang out with the church, right? Not that the Church of Basir body shames, it's just if I'm going to be on display, I might as well be on display in a good way.
Fair. Also, what was that wine that you gave me earlier? Because that was really good.
So, that was Bruzel. Bruzel's really sweet. It's like similar to like a Riesling. So when you took a sip of that, by the way, it was very good. I will say that it had a distinct green taste to it. Like taking a sip of that, it was very sweet, very almost herbal. And afterwards, it leaves this kind of soft taste in your mouth. No, not taste, but this soft mouthfeel. Like, I'm trying to think of what this would be like, but it kind of like
New Zealand Sauvignon Blanc.
Yeah, something like that. It definitely, there's a lot of the bloom left in the press there, so you do have like a slight chalky coating in your mouth. But it's an acquired taste. It's very delicate though. Here's the thing. It's very delicate. It has a 16% alcohol. Like it is very it is deceptively alcoholic.
amazing, because that was I actually really like that, so I might get
That's
some more
why-
of that.
So, little sips. Little sips.
Okay. Yeah, no, you know your stuff. That was perfect.
It's not as powerful as the Vrunic, which is it's the bloody looking one. But there's 4 that we do locally. We do the Bruzel, we do the Vrunic, we do the Rundrazel, which is it's mostly for dwarves. I wouldn't drink it if I were you unless you're sick. It's really good at clearing phlegm. It's very herbal, but it will curl your toes. And then there's the Morgunt Noir. Morgunt Noir. Dwarven words. Which is kind of fruity. It's honestly, it's the grandma wine.
Fair enough. Well, we were asked to meet Huxley at the Bronze Bellows,
Oh,
and then go to the Undermountain after that.
well,
So I think we're probably going to end up doing that.
sounds good. I will be seeing you then shortly. Or
Yeah.
soon enough, I guess. I'm gonna
Yeah.
get this kid home. Thanks for dropping him off.
Absolutely.
All right, come on, little man. And with that, he's going to leave you in the tent and is going to head back, taking a brief stop to tell Brenda that she's in charge for the night.
So real quick, I've been trying to scour my notes. I'm pretty sure I wrote it down, but I can't find it.
Mhm.
Where was the Master Artificer? Was that in Stark Springs?
That was in Ravine.
Ravine. Okay. What the fuck? Okay, cool.
I think it was in Ravine. It was either in Ravine or Stark Springs. Let me just double check that. Boop, 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 boop.
Yeah, I'm just trying to remember because I'm like, was it in Littletop or no? So I was just trying to
It was
figure out
on
what
Little.
we're gonna do.
Maybe it was. Hold on. It's been
That's what
several
I'm trying
games.
to remember. Yeah.
Conductors Guild coach. Taliina'a, Auric. Let's see. Who sent you there? Was it Kersey?
Yeah.
Was it Picasso? No, that's something different. That was a joke. Trixxi and Wixie, Golden Horseshoe, Bird at the Warforged,
'Cause I know
Cassius
that I have a
Cogburn.
note about Ravine, yeah.
I think Cassius Cogburn is in Ravine.
In Ravine, okay, cool.
I'm going to make a
Yeah,
note
I was trying to-
in Ravine.
Cool. Sounds
I hope
great.
you go to Ravine. Ravine's going to be great, and you're going to know exactly what movie I stole a lot of its stuff from.
Yeah, I mean, I have a note that I need to go to Ravine, so...
That's fair.
Cool. So yeah, cool. Okay, I just wanted to double check because if we're doing stuff on Littletop.
All right. And Christine.
So as he leaves, like Belle will do it quietly, but kind of off to the side a little bit, just kind of like this. So keeping busy is all well and good, but don't forget to take time for yourself. So he at least knows what happened. It should help, but nothing to revenge on. It's not exactly an easy situation, I know, so take time for yourself. She won't expect a response or anything like that. She'll just kind of drop the little bit of wisdom from her own experience.
He'll
Yeah,
pause
and,
for a minute and... Thanks. You're all good people. I'm glad that you're the ones that found him. Thank you for saving him.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
I know it's a lot. That's something been dropped on. So don't be afraid to lean on other people.
Don't worry, we've got a lot of good people here. All right. Take care. And If you guys don't stop him, he is going to head out. Leaving you there to enjoy the rest of the festival. Or do whatever you need. Trixxi, you are peeking a look on the way out. He is absolutely not wearing underwear, and it's fine. Very hairy. He also does have a very winding tattoo up his inner thigh that you think... Actually, you have dark vision. You can definitely see the vines grow. But Zoe.
Trixie might want to tap that keg later.
Zoe, what are you planning on doing?
She wanted to go see if she could get some healing potions, because...
That sounds good to me.
Yeah, Trixie
And then
would
kind
also
of
like
peek
to
at
go
every
to-
stall along the way.
Yeah,
Sounds
let's go.
good.
Let's go shopping. Shopping episode.
Well, they told you the stand that you could go to that's kind of a little bit of ways from here, that kind of is kind of on the other side there, so you can kind of like the directions that you get. You can walk through the festival, which is kind of toward the direction that Huxley was headed anyway, and the stand, the micro temple of Gren, is on the other side there, and you can stop by the festival and get a number of little, accoutrements, some bread, some stuff. As you are exiting the tent, one of the things that's going to immediately catch your eye is a particular type of sweetbread that is there. They're serving it and selling it by little toothpicks, like hors d'oeuvres, and it has this delicious aroma. There is a human version and a dwarven version. Now, there are other species wandering around, but primarily those two are the biggest ones around here. There are a few dragonborn, some Aarakocra working around the way as well. And you can actually see that there is an Aarakocra having a very spirited argument with a dwarf in the corner, as they are arguing in Dwarven. Anybody here speak Dwarven? All right, perfect. Well, you're going to definitely hear that the dwarf is saying something like, "Look, it's all going to be fine. All right, everything's going to be better when Krenholm finally gets the Skyport contract. Once we get the Skyport here, it's going to be good. The mines will reopen. Everything will be fine." And then you hear the Aarakocra be like, "Look, my friend, there is no way we're getting a skyport in here. I can barely fly up that high anyway. And it's called Littletop. It hasn't been called Krenholm since your lot came out of the caves. Now, look at me. If we were getting a skyport, that is a pipe dream. It's never happening, and the mines have been dry since before you shaved. Before I shaved, I'll have you know that your great-great-grandfather was still a fucking egg." And they're just going to keep arguing back and forth. So, but this bread on sticks is called Second Day Bread. It is kind of like a little portable... It's like French toast sticks. It is sourdough bread that has been soaked overnight in cream, then deep fried and covered with a powdered sugar.
Ooh.
And it is just like, I cannot wait. This actually was inspired by a Max Miller short that popped up today, because I forgot that ancient Romans used to eat this. They used a wheat bread instead of a sourdough. Because the ancient Romans had fast food, guys. They had lots of it. It was weird.
Tally is just going to be drawn towards this bread and the nice wine.
She's going to be like cartoon character, like following her nose with like floating.
Yeah. And she's gonna be like, "Oh my god, this smells delicious. I want some bread."
There are a number of festival games.
we've
There
been
are
eating
people that are
Rattles
offering
nights.
perfume samples. There are other tables.
We should get that for Havoc.
there are people that there are some very lovely young women from the Temple of Basir that are selling cosmetics made from the dust bloom, as well as quite a few places that are selling varieties of candle. Quite a few, actually, because it appears that the you can see that the signs are advertising that the dust bloom off of the grapes is used to make a number of different types of candle. There's ones that are 100% bloom wax, which have like just basically like they're long burning, low impact. There are forge blends that are mixed with iron filings. There's even there's one called Monk's Light, which is mixed with beeswax that allows for an incredibly long burn, and this one called Vintner's Rest, which is mixed with an aged wine resin. This appears to be mostly marketed as like a Maritalade. As
I'll
you,
buy a few candles.
the lady behind the counter is about 20 years old, or well, at least she wants you to think she is. She is a half elf with long, kind of side buzzed purple hair that has been very, very recently dyed a bright shade of plum. And much like the other adherents of Basir, is partially nude. However, unlike the others, she has quite a large piece of nipple jewelry dangling that is about the size of a gold coin. And she is a very the reason that I mention this is she's a very animated talker, and it's kind of hard to stop looking at it because it keeps bouncing.
I wonder if that hurts.
Sorry? I didn't hear what you were saying.
I would like to buy some candles, please.
Absolutely, absolutely. Now, we got a number here. Now, they're pretty, well, it depends on which one you want. So, the Pure Bloom, it lasts a really long time, but it does have a little bit of a chalky let off around the way. The Forge Blend is very invigorating. It's good for keeping you focused, but I would say that, well, actually, you should have no problem with that, but I would say that it's not as good around those with sensitive constitutions because it can kind of irritate the eyes if you're in an enclosed area, but it is very good for those who are used to working around metal. It doesn't bother them at all. Besides that, we have Monk's Light, which is great if you want to do some late night reading, and I guess it should be called Sage's Light. All the monks that I know around here are more the hi-yo kind of monks. And then there's the Vintner's Rest, which is invigorating, if you follow me. If you are, I don't know if you are having any difficulties in the bedroom, but this would absolutely put the iron back in the ingot, if you follow me.
I
Put a little
follow
bit
you.
of...
I won't be requiring that one.
Oh, okay.
But I would like the Monk's Light and a Forge Blend.
Absolutely.
Or how much would those be?
So 2 coppers per Monk's Light,
Excellent.
and 3 for the Forge Blend.
Excellent.
You sure that I can't interest you in any of the... No? All right.
No, thank you.
Well,
Thank you.
of course,
These are
of
lovely.
course. Now they're selling full bottles of wine here. There's all manner of food up top here. A lot of vegetables, a lot of hardy vegetables that are kind of grown in the hills, and a lot of fruit around here. You're also going to see that there is a lot of fish. And not just like river fish. Like, you're seeing that there are a lot of like shellfish here as well. Which, seeing some crab here might not be your favorite thing after your recent experiences. But then again, maybe it's good to get revenge.
I think she'll probably pick up some vegetables
Sure.
and wine.
There There are roasted tubers, there are roasted potatoes, basically like bags of them where you can kind of eat candied yam chips as you walk.
Ooh, yeah, like I think Trixie's also looking for
There's spiced potato
supplies for her
fries. Yeah.
alchemy kit, and then like also stuff that we can stock up for.
Sure. Now, a
Food.
bottle
Do
of
they
like
have
the-
like bags of potatoes?
Hmm?
Sorry.
Yeah, absolutely. You
Okay,
can totally
perfect.
get
Let's
them.
do
So a bag of potatoes just
Cool.
going through this festival. Each place you stop, you can get the equivalent of like a festival plate of food, like the kind you would get at like a night market around British Columbia, for about 2 copper. It's a little inflated in price, but all in all, you can stuff yourself for about 3 silver. Which is going to be fairly expensive. If you guys didn't have a lot of gold jangling in your pockets, that would be the equivalent of about $100 in like our money. You know, you go out to a festival, you overeat, you get too much wine. Speaking of which, if you want any of those varieties of wine, they all range between 1 and 5 gold pieces per bottle for the expensive stuff, and for the Morgunt Noir, the cheap is more of the cheap granny wine. That is only at 5 silver a bottle.
Oh, Zoe's gonna try for the granny wine for
Sure.
sure.
As
Ellie's
you
gonna absolutely pick up some of the bruisel.
basically, the Bruisel is a little more expensive, and it comes in a fairly small bottle that's like, you know, it's about the size of a softball, because you don't need to drink as much of it. It's you drink it in sips. But it is absolutely worth it. So you will have a bottle of that. And anything else that you're planning on doing here? Looking around at food, there are a number of fish skewers, various spices that run the range from human to dwarven spiced. What are you thinking?
Tally's gonna load up on bread and probably some fish skewers and stuff and just eat. She's going to eat more than any of you have ever seen her eat before.
By the end of the night, Tally's slim face is going to be puffy, like whenever you feed a rat bread. It's the carbs are going to go straight to her cheeks.
Aw.
You go from twink to twunk. All right, so with that, from there, you can easily make it to that booth from the Church of Grand to go and purchase some healing potions. Unless you want to stop anywhere else first.
No, I think that's pretty good.
All right, so as you make your way over there, it's this little stand-up booth that's been built. And sitting behind the counter is a pale-haired dwarven woman. She's not quite middle-aged. I'd say that she's the human equivalent of her late 30s. She has almost platinum blonde hair that is pulled back in a number of top knots, tattoos running up and down her bare and scarred arms. Her skin is a deep and burnished brown that is almost the color of, almost the color of like deep mahogany, and bright silver eyes. She looks up at you as you approach and says, "Welcome to the Church of Gran. How can I help you?"
Hello. I'm looking for some healing potions. Your eyes are stunning, by the way.
Thanks, I made them myself.
Oh, I like that.
Your eyes are stunning as well. You're a warforged, aren't you?
Yes, I didn't make them myself.
Huh. Anyway, welcome to the House of Commerce. What can I do for you? My name's Bafazia. I'm your local cleric. I've got all sorts of curatives, remedies, and a number of other things at display. And as you see, like, this booth behind her is full of just various trinkets. Everything from like basic blacksmithing tools. She has some reagents back there for alchemist kits. It's kind of a smorgasbord of various, like a mobile general store. There's even a number of firearms. There's some like leather work back there.
Excellent.
So what can I do for you?
I am looking for some potions of health. Nice to meet you. My name is Zoe.
Zoe.
Yeah.
All right, Zoe, potions of health. How strong do you want them to be? I've got some minor potions of health. They go for 75 gold pieces. I've got some potions of moderate health. They go for 300. For 600, there's a potion of supreme health. And for 1200, I can acquire you. I would have to get it to you later today, but I could get you a potion of ultimate health.
Wow, excellent. Well, that is very good knowledge. I don't actually have, yeah, I don't have that much gold pieces on me, so perhaps I will be back another time. Thank you so much for your time.
How much do you have on you?
I forgot how expensive they were. Oh, I have 19.
19. Well, so much for my second one. I was going to say that you should probably get that thing traded in. She points down at your shotgun.
Oh. It's very handy. It's
Yeah, I know. It's
kept me good company.
It's a negotiator, right?
Yes, it is.
Negotiators are fine, but I find that the recoil is a little misgiving on the shot. Also, the sights don't quite align, so you've got to shoot more by feel than by actual aim. If I were you, I would upgrade to something with a little more stopping power.
What would you suggest?
I would suggest a faux hammer. If I were you. She's going to reach behind her and pull a double-barreled shotgun made out of black iron with little curls of silver up the barrel, and is going to set it down in front of you. This thing has a petrified wood stock. The actual barrel itself is made of double reinforced steel. The hammer and trigger mechanisms are made out of adamantine. The recoil on this, well, if you weren't strong enough to wield a steel blade, then I wouldn't say that a faux hammer would do any good in your hands, but you seem like a strong one. I would say this one's probably twice as powerful as the one that you're holding right there.
Oh. That sounds wonderful. I'm
it's a
sure
bit-
it's out of my price range.
Do you take
but I will think
ore
about it.
in trade?
Do I
Or
take
someone
ore
just
or in trade?
sells it? Like, or does someone, a blacksmith, someone that we could exchange?
I am a
We'll
blacksmith.
take out 2 clumps of mithril.
I'm sure that we could work something out. Tell you what. By the way, did you guys keep the extra shotgun? I believe that...
Yes,
Oh,
I have
yeah.
So if you still have that, you could probably trade that in as well. I could probably make a deal for that. What else do you have? What other goods do you have to trade?
Tally was gonna actually pull out that shotgun anyways and see, you know,
Another
what
negotiator.
could have gotten for that.
Yeah, let's see. Well, you do have a type, I suppose. It's been used. May I?
Yeah, she'll hand it over.
Okay. She's going to give it a quick appraisal. Ooh, not very good. And is going to give it an up and down look, and it's going to... it's been pretty well taken care of. Now, a negotiator... Market value on this is 250 gold pieces. For this one, I could do 150 cash back, or at least 150 trade-in. And I could do 100 cash back, is what we could do on this one.
And how much is the one that Zoe was looking at?
600. I tell you...
Oh,
Go on.
Kelly. This is a
Please.
Kelly question.
This is a Kelly answer.
The dum dum rounds that she pulled.
Ooh, yes.
Because you were mentioning that I could take some time on the ride to see what they do, and then I forgot about them until now.
Absolutely.
So what do those actually do?
They confuse people. If you hit somebody with a dum-dum round, they must do an intelligence save or gain the enfeebled condition, which means that they're unable to cast spells for a round.
Oh, wow.
So Tally is gonna pull one of those out and be like, I also have a couple of these.
Interesting. So for those, I could... how many of those do you have?
How much are they worth each?
Depends who you go to, but if you were buying them fresh, they would be about 40 gold each.
Okay.
So tell you what. You've got your negotiator. You've got her negotiator. If you do trade in value, that would be 300. This is 600. Can I see those ingots? Or can I see those ore pieces?
Yeah, Trixxi will hand over.
Greater snake venom if you're interested. I see you have some alchemical things.
How much snake venom you got?
Oh, I don't know. A vial? All I wrote was greater snake venom.
That's worth about 30 gold. Tell you what. You got more to unload.
Is 600 about the best you could do on that shotgun?
I could do 700. That'd be better for me.
Can I roll a persuasion check on her?
Yes, you may. I will roll a counter persuasion. Actually, give me this with disadvantage because you're arguing with a cleric of Gren, the commerce god.
Straight up.
I need to make a capitalism domain.
Trixie's like, we also do have a 50-pound barrel of gunpowder in our caravan.
And so persuasion. A 21 on disadvantage.
How big of a barrel?
Oh,
I said 50 pounds.
I think we could probably work something out.
oh, and I would like to add my proficiency. I was just looking at my empath feat, because I can add 3 to that. 21, 2, 3, 24. So 24 persuasion.
God damn it! Why'd I make that feat?
Because you never actually told me if I succeeded or not.
Damn it! I didn't see.
Exactly.
Kelly, potentially as a alchemist, would I know the value of the pieces of mithril?
The pieces of mithril are worth probably, if they're just raw ore, they would be that size would be about 200 gold each.
Okay. Do you have any other guns that you could?
Tell you what, with all of that and the gunpowder and the 2, I could absolutely trade you for the faux hammer. You'd have some leftover store credit, which I could keep. I could give you as a script with the Church of Gren, the usable at any one of our temples, or I could give you some special rounds. Other guns. I might have some.
So Trixxi will like flip out her arm and show the gun there. Anything you could upgrade on this? I could switch out.
I mean, I could get you a Pathmaker. It's a Duma Pathmaker. It's an orcish build, so it's a little more finicky, but it's got more kick.
I cannot lift it by 1 point. I'm too weak for that. I'm sorry. I cannot do
Okay.
heavy.
Well, if
I
you're
have
looking for
strength 12.
some- Fair.
Just FYI.
What gun model are you using right now?
I have the Taliina'a Defender.
I mean, I could get you a Fastidosa. Or I do have one spell short Sentinel. That would give you a little more stopping power. It's got a slightly smaller clip, but
You see, again, that is I cannot wield that one. It is too heavy for me.
what's your strength score?
12, I said.
Ah, 12. Okay, sorry, I thought it was 13.
No, I said 12. I cannot hold it by 1 point. I cannot do
Okay.
heavy revolvers, unfortunately. You made the thing 13.
Fair, I did. I did indeed. I would take the store credit right now. Let me take a look at my back stock, and I'll see if I can come up with anything else that would fit you. At the very least, I might be able to retrofit something that'll fit a little bit better into that hand.
Okay.
But you're using a defender right now. I can definitely find something that's a little more powerful than that.
Wonderful. How much store credit do we have?
So with all of that, well, here's the deal. I could leave, let's see, that'd be 100, 200, 400.
I mean, including the when we do our trade, it's I will trade in my defender.
If you trade in your defender, let's just let's round up because you've got such a sweet negotiator here. Honestly, you should consider you should consider signing up for the Church of Gran. I think that you'd probably do some good business here. But overall, you'd walk away with before you get your gun, 375 gold pieces worth of trade-in credit. And that is after the exchange. I could also, that is with taking those dum-dum rounds as well. I'm assuming that you've got at least 2 of them there. Besides that, I've also got a number of different types of ammunition that I could sell you. I've got boom rounds, I've got 2 ghost metal rounds, and I've got silver, but I mean, who wants silver? And I've got 1 minor elemental round. Earth.
Well, I'm good with the trade-in if everyone else is. I can't say for everyone because it involves more players than just myself. But I think I would be able to protect you all better if...
I mean, considering the
Okay,
fact that Trixxi and I, went in on it with you, I think you have our okay.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
none of it is
Appreciate
my
it.
stuff going into this.
You've been great. You deserve a nice gun.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll look and seeing what I can come up with for you then. You are you staying for the week, or well, for the festival? You're gonna be underground?
We're gonna be underground.
Yeah, we'll be underground.
I'll be in the underground square tomorrow. We can do that trade for whatever. Keep your gun till then, obviously, in case something comes up. But I'll see what I can come up with for you. At the very least, I might be able to come up with something with a bit more stopping power. In the meanwhile, you can slap both of those shotguns down here and here. And she is going to pass over the faux hammer to you. The faux hammer. What is your strength score, Zoe?
15.
Perfect. It is 15 to use this one-handed.
Whew. Okay. Oh, one-handed.
One-handed. The scores there are to use it one-handed.
Oh, I'm looking at the guns that you got, but I don't...
It is not
Where's
there
the
yet.
faux hammer? Ah.
Faux hammer has not been
Oh,
added.
okay.
The faux hammer
I
is
see.
it has adamantine. It would be 8 pounds. It has it only has 2 barrels. It is a 2d8 shotgun.
Nice. All right.
So yes, you go up from a 1d12 to a 2d8, which means that with
Nice.
you're going to be rolling a lot of d8s with smiting.
That's true. Especially because it has second level spell slots. Da-da-da.
So it is a heavy shotgun. And I
Oh,
will be
yeah.
adding that into our gun models very soon. As well as anybody else who wants any other types of guns, let me know. I'll create weird ones because I want you guys to do a lot more damage with attacks so I can do more damage to you.
Yeah, I would like some weird gun, but yes, I have a strength of 12.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure when we did this that you allowed me to take one that my strength doesn't support because I'm a warlock. And
Yes,
it was
which
a
means
packed
you're
weapon.
Yep, which means you use your charisma
Mm.
instead.
Yes. Okay, good. Because, yeah, strength 12, I have strength 8.
Once you if you change your pact to Pact of the Gun, you can we already talked about that off camera. You can summon any gun out of sidearms or long arms. And once you hit level, whatever level it is, you could take heavy arms with that. But that's an invocation to do that. Then you can summon a Hellhound, which I didn't even bother making stats for yet. All right, so we're in agreement. Here's your gun. Here's a polishing rag for it. Good
Thank
luck.
you.
And
Let's
the
do it.
stock credit
Handled
writ,
the trooper very
please,
well.
just in case.
I'm getting to it. I've only got 2 hands, Greeno.
I've only got 2 hands.
Looks like one
I
to me.
currently only have 2 hands, but I'm sure I could fix that.
And
She'll flick to her hand and
God, something about the air around here though, Trixxi, like your stump is itching as you do that. It's just like her talking about you only having 1 hand makes you hyper aware at the point that your limb ends inside of your mechanical arm, and the stump is just it's tingly itchy.
that's like discrimination against disabled.
No, it's just calling a fact a fact. You've
I
only
have
got 1
claws.
hand. All right, fine. Here's the script. Bring this to me. I'll make sure that you're never caught unarmed.
Hmm.
Enjoy the festival. And she's going to get back to working, leaving you to wander off and head out into the city to enjoy the town, to enjoy the festival before the real celebration begins. And as you do, you wander off with your new weapons, your bottles of wine. And damned, Trixxi, if your stump doesn't itch. And I think that's where we're going to take a quick break. Folks, we're going to be right back. Don't go anywhere. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. This is ColdIron here on Dork Tales. And let's go ahead and hop back in because Robin has to go to sleepy by soon.
She's a small bean who needs to go sleepies.
Yes, Robin is
A green
is
bean.
a green bean who is seeing the end of harvest soon.
You could be harvesting here. Harvesting.
I do
I learned so
appreciate
much.
the once or twice that I managed to make you go. I'm not normally that quick.
I made. I learned so much about bloom, Robin. I did so much research. Some of it's even accurate. And then I put it through a fantasy lens and was like, hey, what if bloom was this much thicker than normal? What would it be able to be done for? Anyway, I've had a lot of fun making
thick bloom.
Yeah, nice thick
I
bloom.
was saying in our private chat that I am adoring
Good.
your research onto this.
Good, I'm glad. But let's head back in. Now, it doesn't take too long for you to find your way over to the Bronze Bellows. You could head over there and meet up with Huxley, or you could stay around the festival and wait for the evening. What do you think you want to do? Do you want to head to the bar and then go down into whatever rooms he's found for you, or do you want to just hang out at the festival?
Some time at the festival might be nice.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, actually, pardon me one sec. Let me just grab one other thing, because I realize that I don't have an evening shot of the festival. Festival! Y'all listen up. Here's the story about a little guy who lives in a blue world.
I actually do think of that frequently when you go. Just gonna put it out there.
Right,
Yeah.
I know. It's Christine does this thing. She has a noise like that, and whenever she does it, all I can think about is there's some song that that always pops to my head as well, and it's not Blue. It's I forget what it is, but it's like every time she's like, What is it, Christine? Do you remember?
I don't know what sound you're referencing, so I'm not sure.
Everybody's got Everybody's got a stim sound. We're all
Yeah,
weirdos.
it's true. I like to go.
You do
If that
like to
came
do
through.
that, don't you?
I do actually. It's my goblin skitter.
Oh, okay. You should teach
Yeah.
Trixxi that sound.
Yeah, no, the sound I personally like to make that I've been training myself not to make because you hate it is the grudge sound.
Oh, that's fair. Ooh.
Because I can fall into that really easy and do it really easily, and I actually really like how it feels.
Oh, yeah.
But I know it drives you insane, so I have been trying really hard to not do it.
Yeah, I don't
did
begrudge.
I should teach
do
that
it a
to
few times while you were
Ryan.
away to Teddy, and I was like, no, I can't get in this habit. I cannot get in this habit again.
I can't do this.
Okay.
There's definitely times I want to do it, and then I'm like, no.
It does feel really good. It does feel really
It feels
good.
so good.
So, you start making your way around the area, and as you do, you see there are these large central pools in the middle of Littletop. The air here is full of mist from these naturally occurring geysers that pump water up through the center of the hill. Probably the reason that it was settled here in the first place. There is steam that is rising up all around you, and you're able to see that the night is starting to come down. It's starting to slowly settle. Now, because you are on the eastern side of the cauldron, you're going to get a bit more of sunlight than if you were on the west, because, the mountains. So you were able to see the sun dipping below the horizon over in the far west, the very tip of the mountains, hundreds of miles to the west, the mountains of Hope's Bluff and Ezelkron. And as you are watching that, a red hue is going to slowly begin to seep across the sky. And it's there that you're going to see the first streaks. Now, for those of you who have never played an Elos game that's involved this type of thing, allow me to tell you. There are 3 moons that belong to Elos. In theory. Cortanus, Lutun, and Illyria. Illyria, the Broken Moon, is what is being spoken of at this festival. The Broken Moon was once the largest of all of the moons of Elos before a cataclysm destroyed it. Now, its remnants float in the sky above the world as a not quite asteroid belt. It hasn't quite formed into that. But depending on certain sides of the month, there are pieces of the moon that glitter in the sky above, forever floating around like a second bed of starlight, larger, closer, close enough that you could almost touch. And it is here. As you look up, you are going to see the first streaks sailing across the sky, coming very close down. You can hear the sounds of fireworks being let off. People eating street food, people drinking heavily, people cheering. They're enjoying themselves. A low drum beat starts filling the area as the celebration grows in pitch. All around you, there are hundreds of people filling out into the streets. People of all different races and creeds. There are groups of dwarves wandering through the streets, carrying huge brass drums in front of them, slamming these brass beaters onto each side of these drums, letting out these dum, dum, theoretically to ward off evil spirits and bring some luck. Children are pointing up at the sky. And as you are watching this, can I get a perception roll off of everyone?
Natural 20. I got all excited and then I realized that I was muted, so I had to pause my excitement.
I got a dirty 20.
Perfect.
I got a 10. I am short. This is why
You're
I
short.
can't
You are
see
looking up at the streaking stars and the meteors crashing down. And I'm seeing that Christine got a 9. So the other 2 of you looking around, you are going to see that on some of the side streets, you're going to see a hooded figure plastering posters kind of stealthily away from where everyone is looking. Taking big sheets of paper, attaching them to walls with plaster paint or some type of alchemical mixture. Large ones. And seriously, about the size that you would see on a teenager's bedroom door. The figure has an entire sheaf of them, almost like a paper delivery boy at their hip. And are rushing around, putting as many of these things up as possible. Now, with with an unnat 20 and a nat 20, I'm not even going to bother describing, I'm just going to jump straight into describing what they are. You are seeing a picture, a mass-produced image of a strong-jawed, handsome, almost gorgeous, dwarven woman with cascading hair of a pale color. They're pencil sketches, so they're not in color or anything. Pointing directly at the viewer, holding a pickaxe over her shoulder. It's written in Dwarven, so neither of you can read it, but it looks like some type of recruitment poster. I don't believe that Zoe or Taliina'a speak or read Dwarven, do you?
No.
Negative.
Do either of you speak Goblin? Or Gnomish?
Nope.
No.
Synthil and Elvish.
Okay. Then not even similar alphabets. But you can see that they are... this person is posting as many of these as possible and kind of rushing around. It does seem a little suspicious, but it's not like they're planting bombs or anything.
Zoe's gonna nudge Trixxi because it seems like she could. Yeah, exactly. So it seems like she could speak Dwarven or understand it and go, "What's that? Someone's been putting posters around."
Oh, let me go take a look. And Trixxi will kind of take a look.
Taking a look at it, it is a recruitment poster for the Dwarven, or pardon me, for the Deep Liberation Front. It says, "You too can be free. Throw off the chains of your oppressors. Reclaim the deep. Reclaim your right to live as a dwarf should. The deep belongs to no one." And you can see it is a picture of, one moment, as I pull her picture, please. So you are going to see this woman posing on the side of the poster, like Uncle Sam / "we can do it" kind of pose. Looks like recruiting for members of the the Deep Liberation Front, which you may remember are the ones who set loose those critters in Prospect.
Oh my god.
Trixxi wasn't there.
No, you were not that episode, I don't think.
Well,
But yeah, you were.
the critters. I wasn't in the intro. I was not yet at the docks.
No, but you were there when you had just met with that that dwarf who was giving you some information, who got murdered.
Oh.
Remember the big fight where Tally got kidnapped by
Yes.
Paulus? Yeah, that was the Deep Liberation Front.
Oh. Hey, those are those people that did that like explosion at the market. And what are they doing? That's not good. Is
And
that
you're-
like someone famous or anything in the Dwarven community?
Anybody who wants to can make me a history roll looking at her.
Hmm.
All right, I'm seeing a
My
7.
dice
I'm
are-
seeing a 5.
My dice are just rolling great tonight.
We love it.
Wow,
I've
mine
given
are
you a
middling and
They've rolled above a 10 this game so far.
So nobody rolled above a
well, at least
13.
we're not in combat.
So
Yeah,
unless
that's
somebody wants to spend determination,
No,
unless
okay.
let me put it this way, unless Zoe wants to spend determination, I would
That's
say
okay. I feel like it's thematic, so he doesn't know for anything.
I don't
but
think that I don't think she would. But
no.
looking at this is definitely some type of recruitment person. Could just be a random girl that they put a pretty girl on a poster.
Mhm.
A random street dog runs up and starts trying to eat one of Belle's snacks out of her hand.
And farting.
Oh,
Oh, I think
deadly.
he might need to go outside. All right, so a very stinky dog runs up to you and lets out a huge toot. And can you please hold him up for quick reference from game 1? So 20 games later, and he's this big.
Maybe.
No, he smells just as bad as he did when he was a puppy. The first thing that happened, Yeah, the first thing that happened when Robin and I were driving him home is he farted in the car, and it was just as bad then as it is now. Because he's part pit bull, and pit bulls have very sensitive tummies.
Big.
He is very large and very in charge.
I can't wait to see him.
Yep, you've seen him in like 4 days.
I know.
All right, so this person is going to be putting up these posters and is going to try to vanish into the crowd.
Can I try and follow them?
You absolutely can. So, following them into the crowd, can you please make me a stealth roll? With advantage because of the crowd.
Nice. And I'm small.
And you're small. I mean, that's why the crowd helps.
Oh, that's fair. That is the crowd.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I thought that was a not 20 there. But that's a 16 plus stealth is a dirty 20. Hey.
A dirty 20.
Mm-hmm.
You follow as this figure moves down an alleyway and begins hammering up another poster, slathering a bit of an alchemical solvent along the side of one of these stonework walls. It's getting darker and darker outside, and the figure holds up a hand, quickly slathers, and smacks the poster on top of it. And you're going to notice that the hand is a nice shade of puce.
What color's puce?
Green.
Like a green.
Oh, it's a goblin? Trixie's gonna say in goblin. Funny, you don't look like a dwarf.
Hmm? The figure turns around, glares at you, and you're going to recognize the shape of a female goblin looking at you. Large, bat-like ears like yours. Short, squat, little scar on her chin. What's it to you?
Just wondering about the why you're running around this festival putting up posters. It's all kind of sketchy like.
Probably because I would be put in jail if I put them up when people were looking. The deep belongs to everyone. And no one.
I know part of the resistance.
Make me a deception roll.
All right. Come on, dice. Oh no, dice. Okay. 8 plus 4 is 12. But I'm gonna throw in my determination to make it a 15.
A 15. She's going to look at you. And then is going to say in Dwarven, who owns the deep?
Everyone and no one. In Dwarven.
I didn't know. She's going to switch back to Goblin and say, I didn't know that there were any others like me around here. What are you doing here? Here, take some of these and put them up. Here's some solvent. Or here's some adhesive.
I was wondering what you were doing here.
My job. Look, I'm not the only one who can spread Valka's message around here, and that's a fantastic thing. We've got it with all of these miners. So many of them are under Imperial yoke. We have to free them. I am not going back into the mines. I am not going back into the service of those who would look down at us just because I were short and green.
Exactly.
You know what I'm talking about. You probably have the lashes too, right?
Mm-hmm. I do.
Wear them proud, sister. We've broken our chains. And as she says that, you're going to... I would love it if you made me a perception roll.
Oh. Okay. Well, we're gonna try.
Actually, pardon me. Make me an Arcana roll.
Oh, I like that much better. That's an 18.
You are going to see that as she is saying this, on the side of her throat, beneath the choker that she is wearing, there's an expanse of flesh. And it is there that you're going to see a horrible scar. And beneath it, you'll see that it looks like someone took a branding iron and burned away a control mark. You can see that the flesh of her collarbone has been bubbled and scarred off, as if not even a branding iron, but something hotter. A branding iron that was glowing white hot, something that would have to destroy the tissue entirely to remove that spell. Here, take these. She is going to thrust 10 posters into your hand and pass on 2 vials of universal glue.
Perfect.
Don't get caught. Stonebraid lives.
Stonebraid lives.
And if you allow her, she's going to rush off into the crowd.
Yeah, she's well. Before she goes, she's gonna say, "You haven't heard of any meetings nearby, right?"
There's going to be one in the deep later. In the Undermountains pool tomorrow night.
Thank you, sister.
It's skinny dipping. Bye. And she's going to rush off.
Trixxi will let her.
By the time you head back, the air is full of floating motes of light. And it's...
She will keep the glue, but dispose of the posters.
Sounds good. As you step outside, the rest of you... Did you try to follow Trixxi? Or Trixxi probably vanished into the crowd, given her ability just to go bamf.
I guess I can disengage and hide as a bonus action. Literally is my...
Fair. So, as you are enjoying the festival, that is when you're going to get the first sign of it. People are cheering as a little streak of light rushes from the sky above. It grows larger and larger, and then hits the side of the mountain. There's an explosion as a rain of dust and stone half a kilometer away explodes from the mountain, causing a rock slide, and a plume of dust the size of a city block erupts out of it, bowling down the side of the mountain and headed your direction.
Wow, they really weren't kidding.
Again and again, the mountainsides are pelted by these asteroids. By these meteorites, I should say. As huge dust plumes rise. From your vantage point up top, even in the darkness, you can see that the waterways of the river are even more covered than before. The wicker coverings, the leaf coverings, and even a little bit of magical shielding has gone up around the main the water flows of the river to shield it from the majority of this. But further down the way, outside of the main tributaries that feed into the city's lower levels, you can see the dust kick up so much that the burbling blue of the water turns a brackish brown, almost becoming a mud flow. There are more touchdowns and more touchdowns. But luckily, Littletop is far enough on top of, well, a hill that you've got a little bit of time. The drums become louder and louder as you hear dwarven voices call out, "All right! Gather up your things, let's head beneath and keep the party going!" "20 minutes, everyone, down within 20, or else masks on." You can see that a lot of the locals have very elaborate, like, handkerchief masks dangling around their throats. Many of the dwarves wear goggles. What do you all do?
All right then. Should we get to Under Mountain?
So that sounds like probably a good idea.
Yeah, looks like it too.
All right. Heading down, you find your way deeper into the mountain. People move in an orderly fashion. Many of them are a bit sauced and sway a bit, but it is orderly. It's like people leaving a concert at the end of a night. There's no rushing. They've done this enough times with enough strategy, and they have dwarves organizing the whole thing, so it's moving with clockwork precision. People moving down further into the mountain, going down one by one, like they're loading out of an amphitheater or loading into an even greater party. Now, there are certain places where the taller of you, or people like Taliina'a, who have a bit more to fold in on herself with the wings, are going to feel themselves kind of pressed in. But sure enough, there's a decent amount of signage, and it won't be long before you find yourself down in the depths, moving through these elaborate tunnels that are about 6 feet tall, going to about 8 feet tall. A couple of Goliaths you see that are there and working are going to be struggling, and you're going to hear one go, "Oh, got me right in the fucking head." Trixxi, you are able to meet up with your allies rather quickly as you are being milled down into one of these corkscrewing stairwells. Are you saying anything to them?
She's gonna be like, got some interesting things to talk about, and potentially a meeting to sneak into.
Sounds good. Information that should best be shared once we're in our room?
Yep.
Okay.
Yes. No prying ears. Or drunk ears or anything like that. But yeah, I've found some interesting ideas. Some interesting news. Also found the
Well, if no drunk ears, though. I don't know if Tally should be there.
Yeah, she's looking pretty lost.
She's had probably like half this little bottle.
Oh my god, I need a con save.
Let's go with the Stargate D20.
Stargate D20. Stargate D20 is
Nat
chaos.
one.
Nat 1.
Ooh! Stargate D20 has my back. Con save 16 plus 5. That's a 21.
Okay, you are definitely
Wow.
buzzed. But, like, you are functionally buzzed. You are white. You're not quite white girl wasted at this point.
Nice.
So, milling around the way, you are going to find signs that will lead you down to the Undermountain Hotel. The Undermountain Hotel is lovely. It's full of these sweeping domes that have been naturally carved into the side. They have actually used a natural cave system and expanded it out, reinforcing it with a little bit of brickwork. There are lovely marble flagstones across the base, and There's even a fireplace that is radiating heat. You can see that there's a wraparound pool with various gnomish bartenders serving at these little bar booths inside of the water. And a fairly standard-looking human woman standing behind the counter. Down at one of the bars, you're going to see some of your compatriots. You'll see Huxley dangling his hairy legs into the water, chatting animatedly to Carrion about something or other while she tries to wrestle Havoc from rushing up to say hello to you. Down in the water, completely soaked but wearing his full clothes, you are going to see your drow friend. Theron, just completely soaked, almost like he fell in, but you can tell that he just walked into the water and is drinking at the bar.
Oh, that looks like fun, though. A pool bar?
There you are! I was wondering. I waited for you. But you didn't ever made it to the Bronze Bellows.
Well, yeah, we got caught up in a couple things, but we're here now. I'm absolutely going to join you because that looks great.
It is
and
great.
I could use a bit more alcohol.
Theron is going to take a swig of wine and look over his shoulder. It is great. The water is very warm on my genitals.
Well, I'm sure that's fantastic.
Look, I'm a natural spring as well, he says, and suddenly the water around him will bubble.
Theron, you're not supposed to pee in the pool.
No, it came from the other end.
Oh, boy. Okay, well, at least, as long as everything stayed in except the gas, we're okay.
There was no surprises.
Oh, good. Oh, good. Anyways, I'm gonna come on in, so...
I'm sure the water's warmer now.
Oh, God.
I could make it warmer.
No.
Perhaps not, actually. The water is fed by a geyser. I do not think that even the contents of my bladder would be that warm. If so, I should probably seek a cleric.
What, do we have rooms already set up? Is there any way that we can put our stuff before coming back to the pool?
Oh yes, I can show you the way to the rooms. Or however Carrion's accent sounds, because I can never do that accent for some reason. Carrion's going to be like, yeah, we got you a place. And is going to climb up, holding Havoc under his arms as he goes... and is going
How
to take
is
you down.
that fighting issue there? Is he still glittering?
He pooped a rainbow.
Oh. Well, that's...
I think it's done.
Good.
I hope it's done.
Fair.
There were wings in it. And she's just going to keep walking.
I mean, they had to come out at some point.
No.
Yeah.
And she is going to take you down the hallway back toward your rooms. Now, the rooms that she has acquired for you are built into the side of caves. In fact, each one of them is a small cavern with a stone door, a light, well-hinged one. And she takes you down into these rooms with all of these carved alcoves out of the wall. All in all, they were able to book 3 separate rooms for the lot of you. So somebody's going to have to double up, and somebody's probably going to have to sleep on the floor. But thankfully, Zoe doesn't sleep, so that's probably easy.
Yep, I'll just sit on the floor.
So, it sounds like we're going to be here for a couple of nights, Carrion will say.
Yeah, the dust storm and all that, we cannot pass.
Yeah, probably like I think 3 days is what we were told at least.
Yeah, it really would have been nice. She's going to kind of glower a bit. If Huxley had mentioned this.
I mean, to be fair, we weren't originally supposed to be coming here, right?
I have a feeling that he wanted to get a vacation from the way he was talking.
Oh, okay. I mean, it looks like a pretty nice place, though.
Mm-hmm. It better be. It's.
I mean, I'm looking forward to getting back to that pool.
7 gold a night.
What?
Well, probably even more because of the festival. Prime season and everything.
Oh.
Huxley said he thought might be able to talk them down toward checkout, but
well,
are we in one of the rooms right now talking?
Yeah, she'll take you inside of one of the rooms.
Well, Linton to share mentioned to drop his name, and we might be able to get a better rate. So
here's hoping. They do say that we do get access to all of the amenities of the pool, the spa for a discount.
Speaking of pool, you know the Deep Liberation Front people,
the ones who blew up the who blew up.
Yep. So there was a goblin putting up posters to the Deep Liberation Front. They're having a meeting tomorrow night at the pool. I figured I'd go because I kind of, I could fit in. It's all about people basically not wanting to be slaves. So
I can't say that I argue with that.
Yeah, but it's like goblins and dwarves mostly, so I will fit right in. I mean, you guys might come as sympathizers, but I could probably get in easy, no problem. But they're having a meeting at the pool. It's skinny dipping. But yeah, they're having a meeting tomorrow. So I don't know if they're doing something or if there's something planned, but I don't know the name Valka Stonebraid.
Oh boy. Everybody here can make me a history roll. Amy's gonna fail because she's not here. No, I don't know who that is, she's going to say.
18 for
19.
myself.
Yeah.
Got a 19? That's
I got
dope.
a dirty 20, amazingly enough.
Dirty 20.
God.
Valka Stonebraid. Valka Stonebraid. Okay, you have no idea, but you're not from here. You don't even go here. Valka Stonebraid is a revolutionary who came out of the mines at Ezelkron and is the head of the Deep Liberation Front. She is the story is that she just was a normal miner who picked up picked up a pickaxe and used it to fight for the good of the people. It's very like, there might as well be a hammer and a sickle right next to that. It's very, very comrade focused.
So yeah, we could see if they're planning anything. Like, they seem to get a little violent in the demonstrations.
This is true. I feel like I would stick out like a sore thumb, but I am more than happy to be backup. But I don't feel like I should join you. But I think it's a good opportunity.
Honestly, I'd probably stand out a lot as well. And I was also known in Prospect too. So I might not be the best one to have there.
Okay.
How much have you been drinking? Carrion's going to say, looking at you.
She's gonna hold up her little bottle. This was full. How long has it been since we
About an hour.
About an hour ago? This was full.
You're going to be getting elf girl wasted.
I mean,
so what do you all want to do with the rest of the night?
I'm going to go to that pool, and you mentioned there's a spa?
Yeah, there's a spa. I mean, this is a fancy hotel.
Girl.
There's a restaurant too.
Oh God, I could go for a spa.
Do you know what it's like to?
The pool, though.
Do you know what it's like to eat?
Sure you have to pay extra still.
I'm okay with this.
You get a 50% discount if you stay here, though. Oh, speaking of which, here's your keys. Also, you all owe me. I had to go out with Huxley and Theron. And I had something called sushi.
Yeah?
With Theron.
How'd that go?
You owe me.
I offered to take him.
Big time.
Anyways, how about I treat you a little bit of the spa? Because that'd be nice.
And more sushi.
And more sushi. Sushi's
Did you
good.
feed the sushi to Havoc?
Oh no.
That's gonna be bad. That's gonna be bad.
She looks down at Havoc, who's just curled up innocently on the bed. And anybody who's looking at Havoc is going to notice that he's curled up innocently and is like just starting to nod off. And as he does, he takes a big breath and exhales. And the scales around his neck fan out slightly. Like gills.
Mm-hmm.
God. That's concerning. Your
Can we
pet
throw
is
him in the
kind of
pool?
concerning.
Can we throw them in the pool and see if he breathes underwater?
Is he supposed to do that?
I don't... Maybe it'll be okay if there's a lifeguard.
I mean,
Well,
you're the lifeguard.
Either way, Tally's
just
gonna
listen.
throw her little bag, you know, her little pack down, rummage through it a little bit, and pull out this cute little little outfit. She's like, I'm gonna get changed, and I'm going to the pool.
Oh. You all gather up your things and prepare to have a nice relaxing time inside of the mountain of Littletop. Gathering up, going out to have sushi, go swimming, go to the spa. What could go wrong in a place like this? Right? Absolutely nothing. Meanwhile, as you are all there, we're going to cut out to the Badlands again. As a single wagon rolls over the dusty roads, heading south. The dust storm is beginning to pick up in the distance, and as it does, you can see that there is a single driver, a stooped little man dressed in a black suit with a tall black hat. The wagon is open-backed, and anybody who walks by gives a nod and a solemn look because it's very obvious that this wagon is, well, it's a funeral wagon. A large coffin lies in the open flatbed of it, as it is being pulled by an ancient, but still hale, Sarn. The old man tips his hat and continues to drive on. And as they hit the edge of the dust storm, he doesn't cough. He merely pulls up the scarf around his neck up higher and leans back. And says, "My lady, we are almost there. I will let you know when we're in the town proper." And a voice responds from deep inside of that pine box. A voice that is full of exuberance and youth and the sound of crinkling paper. "How wonderful, Horatio. I can't wait. This is going to be positively delightful." And the wagon continues onward, making its way toward Littletop. And I think that's where we're going to pick up next time, here on ColdIron. Folks, we're going to be back in 2 weeks. We're off next week for Halloween. We're going to take the night off and the next day off just to kind of go and bring Robin a dog. So what's in the box? Who's in the box? It's Teresa. We knew it.
Teresa, like, jumps universes. Systems.
I
have a
love it.
question.
I have an answer.
Not next week, but the week after is Extra Life.
Yeah,
Oh
that's
yeah,
true.
we'll be back in 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Cliffhanger. Thank you so much for reminding me about
Da-da-da.
that. That's why I'm really glad that we were able to run tonight.
Problemo. Yes.
So don't let me don't let me forget to tell Amy anything that happened during this episode when she's feeling better. But
Oh,
folks,
I put the important information into Amy already, saying Havoc has gills.
Havoc has gills.
Just to clarify really quick,
They're big
the lady
gills.
said come back tomorrow for the gun.
Yes.
Okay.
So anytime you can hunt her down in the Undermountains.
I'm gonna
and I've
try
got
and
to
do
make
it
a gun for you.
before a fight that I feel is totally not coming up. There's no fight coming up.
No.
Only vacation, no trouble.
Only
Mhm.
vacation, no trouble. Huxley just made us take a vacation.
Yeah, I have to make him a little sketchy. Right? But folks, you're all wonderful. Players, you are all wonderful. I give you a level, but you already hit level 5, so let's give you a chance to use that next episode. But tonight, I have to thank our patrons who keep us on the air. My parents, Shaggot Evermillion and Soul Omen, who are our divine producers. Our wizards of the Patreon, Tammy the Forever Clark, Think, Goblin Crusher, Heart, and Big Nut. Our monster maker, Larouk, and our high council, Terran, Amethyst, Ravenwolf Bauble, Chef Ella Death, Sorcerer Sanguine, Brian Kaler, Nerdy Metal Gent, Nihilist, Cookiemon Steve, and Iron Warrior X. And who could forget our patrons of the art, Eastside Rider and Nacro. You guys are all amazing. Thank you for another episode of ColdIron. As we head deeper into the lore, I hope you had fun tonight. It was kind of like, it's good to finally be moving onward with the plot. And that's a lot of notes.
That's just from tonight. I started tonight.
Are you happy about that?
Yes. No, I'm happy. I'm like, look at how much notes I took. I take down your lore. I always write so
Yay!
much on your homebrew games. That's why I was looking back, because like I'm surprised I didn't write down the name and the place that I have to go see my goblin.
you should
or
really-
not goblin.
I managed to take 3 bullet
No
points
artificer.
and 2 sub-bullet points.
For Christine, that's a lot.
It is!
It's because you do bullet points and like admin stuff at work every day, so you're just burned out by the time it's time to game.
So,
I did
like,
3 full
my
lines.
notes
Ooh.
total for game so far is about Felicia Demort, notes from Burden, and arriving in Littletop so far.
Felicia Demort. Bye,
That's
Felicia.
right.
That's good. All right, folks, we will see you in 3 weeks with another episode of Cold Iron as we learn what's in the box and go have a nice, fun time at the festival, which is just starting to kick off because ain't no party like a Littletop party because a Littletop party hides away from dust storms underground where the wine flows, and they have converted the old mine systems down here into fish ponds, which is where they get the sushi. I had to do way too much research on how a place with this many dust storms could survive. Anyway, that is going to be it for us tonight. We'll see you next time here on Cold Iron. Yeehaw.
Yeehaw.
Yeehaw. Yeah, there's sushi. Weird, right?